Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let's start with the first chapter of class 9th, that is India, size and location. Now the location of India, if you see, the latitudes are 8 degree 4 north to 37 degree 6 north. The longitudes are 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minute east, right? And the Tropic of Cancer, it divides the India, that is 23.5 degree divides India roughly into two parts, right? In terms of size, 3.28 million square kilometers, 3.29 million square kilometers. India's area total accounts for 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world, right? Now, how will you remember this 3.28? See, 3 square is 9, right? So 3.29 million square kilometers. All right, so India has a total land boundary of 15,200 kilometers, and the length of the coastline is 7,516 kilometers. So the land boundary is, twice that of coastline when the Andaman and Lakshadweep are included. India is bounded by the young folded mountains in the northwest, north and south, and after 22 degrees north latitude, it starts to taper, right? Note that the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the mainland is about 30 degrees. Yeah, very interesting. Still, the distance of the north-south is higher as compared to the west to east. And this is due to the fact that as we go away from the equator, the land, the sphere starts to taper, right? But it's not the case with north-south, right? And hence, the north-south, the east-west extent appears to be smaller than the north-south extent. The latitudinal extent influences the duration of the day and night as one moves from south to north. Very, very important and very conceptual matter is being discussed right now. So let's discuss. See, why the summers have long days and the winters have small nights, and vice versa. We'll see here, right? See, if this is the sun and this is the earth, on 21st June, right, when the northern hemisphere is towards, it is inclined towards the sun, right? So 21st June is the summer solstice, right? Sunlight is directly on the Tropic of Cancer, right? Very importantly, sunlight is directly on Tropic of Cancer, and since light illuminates the earth more in the north hemisphere, the days are longer as we move away from the equator, right? Because the days are longer because the circle of illumination is more on the northern hemisphere, right? As you can see here, the circle of illumination by the sun is more on the northern hemisphere, and hence, and as we go from away from the equator, the circle of illumination, it keeps on increasing, right? So much so that at places near to the North Pole, complete for 6 months there is complete light. There is no night in these areas, right? So here is what you see is India. So as you can see, as we go from south to north, the time period, right, of the time period the India will spend for the northern part is more in the light, right, during the summer solstice, and the time period the south part of India will spend less, owing to the fact that more of light, the illumination circle is more towards north, right? So this is the case of 21st June. Next it is 23rd September, which is summer equinox, also known as autumn equinox, right? Light is vertical here on the equator. Okay, so from vertical light on Cancer, the light moves to vertically on equator. Days and nights both are equal, and hence it is not solstice, it is equinox. So 21st June to 21st September, 23rd September, then it comes to 22nd December, right? So it is known as winter solstice, and sunlight is vertically falls on Tropic of Capricorn, right? And the southern hemisphere now has the longer days, right? It is winter solstice for northern hemisphere, right? And due to the bigger circle of illumination in southern hemisphere, okay, quite evident. Then on 21st March, again we have winter equinox, right? So sun vertically over the equator, night and day are equal. So these is spring equinox, okay? Very interesting. Let's see what the list. As I've explained you, why day in Kashmir is longer in summer solstice compared to day in Kanyakumari, right? So 21st June, sun is vertically on the Tropic of Cancer. 23rd September, sun is vertically on equator. Then 22nd December, sun is vertically over Tropic of Capricorn, right? Then again, 21st March, sun is vertically over equator again, right? So 21st June to 22nd December, sun moves southward. 22nd December to 21st March, there is a northward movement of the sun. And from 21st June to 23rd September, and from 21st March to 21st June, sun is on the northern hemisphere. And from 23rd September to 22nd December, and from 22nd December to 21st March, sun is on the southern hemisphere, right? So imagine a circle and make three lines, Tropic of Cancer, equator, and Tropic of Capricorn, right? So in that circle, on the left hand side of the circle, write as 21st June. On the left hand side of the equator, write as 20. Okay, on Tropic of Cancer, write 21st June, right? On Tropic of Capricorn, write 22nd December, right? So this was 1, 2, and on the equator, write 23rd September, oblique 21st March. Okay, so on Cancer, write 21st June. On Capricorn, write 22nd December. On equator, write 23rd September, okay, and 21st March. Okay, so quite interesting. Then importantly, so this answers our question why there is difference in the duration of the day and night, hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in Kashmir. In Kashmir, that is, you will feel that during winters the day are really very short and the nights are really long during winter, and vice versa in during summers. During summer in Kashmir, the days are really very long, but the nights are really very short. This is again, as I told you, since the circle of illumination during summer solstice, during summers, it is more towards the north and less towards the south. And since the north, as we go north of equator, the circle of illumination is more and more. Okay, This is the reason why this is felt so. Even if you move further north of Kashmir, say Tajikistan or Kazakhstan, even the days would be much longer in those areas, right? So this is what I have tried to explain here from this figure. Yeah. So this is India here, right? Okay, then we move to India and the world. No other country has a long coastline on Indian Ocean as India. That is why India has an eminent position in the Indian Ocean, which justifies naming it. Okay, so 68.7 to 97.25 and 84 to 37.6 and 82.5 is our standard meridian. Now, India's contact with the world have continued through the ages. The relationship through the land routes are much older, and her maritime contacts, the various passes across the mountains. Very interesting to know that our land contacts was much older and than the maritime contacts, right? Next is the India's neighbor. We have Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar as our neighbors, right? And we share our boundaries, the maritime boundaries with Sri Lanka and Maldives, right? Sri Lanka and India are separated by the Pak Strait. Okay. Some interesting things from this map is that the Tropic of Cancer passes through the Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Tripura, and Mizoram. And you can remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states by the trick. तुम्हें तुम्हें तुम्हारी ठीक है तुम्हारी कब्ज गर्मी करेगी. Okay, so तुम्हारी is Tripura Mizoram. Kabj is Chhattisgarh, Bengal and Jharkhand. Kabj. Garam is Gujarat, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So these are the 8 states which lie on the Tropic of Cancer, right? And some of the other questions like classify the state into 4 groups, each having common frontiers with Pakistan, China, Myanmar and Bangladesh. Yes. If you see, China shares boundary with the Union Territory of Ladakh. Then if we talk about the states, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh. Excuse me. So one Arunachal Pradesh, then Sikkim, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. So 4 countries for China, 4 states for China, right? And is shared and 1 union territory. For Pakistan, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for Pakistan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for Nepal. 5 states for Nepal. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five for Bangladesh also. So Bangladesh and Nepal both share 5 states. For Bhutan, West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, and Arunachal, 4 states. And for Myanmar, again, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram, 4 states for Myanmar. So Nepal and Bangladesh both have a tie with 5 states. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Sikkim, and West Bengal for Nepal, right? Bhutan share force, Myanmar share force, Pak shares 3, owing to the fact that Jammu and Kashmir has become a union territory. And Bangladesh also shares 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, right? Interesting. Then if we see how which states share most of the boundaries, see West Bengal share boundaries with Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, right? 3 countries. Arunachal Pradesh share boundaries with Bhutan, China, and Myanmar. Okay. Assam with Bhutan and Bangladesh. Mizoram with Bangladesh and Myanmar. Sikkim with the 3 countries Bhutan, Nepal, and China. Same Uttarakhand for China and Nepal. So what I see is Arunachal Pradesh and West Bengal, they share boundaries. Arunachal Pradesh, West Bengal, and Sikkim, they share boundaries with 3 countries, right? Yeah, so quite interesting. And finally, the states which do not have international boundary or lie on the coast. Yeah, lie. So some of the states which don't have international boundaries or lie on coasts are then all of our Deccan states, 5 Deccan states: Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Telangana. Then Goa, Maharashtra, right? Goa, Maharashtra. These western coastal states. 7. Madhya Pradesh, Haryana. 9. Chhattisgarh, Odisha. 11. Jharkhand. 12, right? And yeah, these 12 states, they don't share boundary or are coastal, right? Yeah. Area wise, which is smallest and which is the largest state? See, Rajasthan is smallest, and Rajasthan is largest and Goa is smallest in terms of area. So this is how I will meet in the next chapter with the physical features of India, right? Thank you.